Recent nominee Coleman Domingo stars in Zola. This is what I'm doing now. I'm taking a film out of their long resumes for all of our nominees this year and reviewing another film that they did and giving an extra spotlight to our wonderful, wonderful nominees. And I knew I wanted to do this earlier on, and I kind of hinted at Zola when I noticed it was on Tubi with audio description. And when I was trying to find an Oscar nominee I'd never seen before on Tubi, and I stuck with American History X, which didn't have audio description because they didn't have any Oscar nominees. But they do have Zola with an Oscar nominee in it. So this is fun. This is my first time watching Zola with audio description. When it came out a long time ago, I guess it didn't have audio description. It was on Showtime. And I tried to make it through Zola because people just kept recommending it to me. I was like, I can't do it. I just, audio description. It's really hard. It's rare that a film is like, yeah, I got that. Totally understood everything. Missed nothing. Full enjoyment, That is absolutely rare. And while Zola seemed like it would be an entertaining film, I didn't quite follow it. No. So, luckily, this has audio description on Tubi from the wonderful Laura Post. And it stars our new Academy Award nominee, Coleman Domingo, who, along with Jodie Foster, set a new record for being one of two openly gay actors also portraying an openly gay character. This has never happened before. It's a shame Sterling K. Brown didn't cross over. That would have been 3. Would have been an impossible thing to ever beat in the future. But he just suddenly comes out of the closet. He's like, guys, it's 3. It's something to say. But yeah, Zola is about Twitter, basically. It's supposedly taken off of this girl's Twitter feed and adapted into a film by Janixa Bravo, who wrote and directed this. And it's about a stripper who goes down to Florida with her friend and has a journey. She's like Odysseus. This is the Aeneid. It's just we're just going through it, and we got some great Greek tragedy here to tell you. It's one of those like you'll never believe it. It's too much to be true, type stories, and you just keep following it and following it and following it, and these poor girls played by Taylor Page and Riley Keough just keep getting themselves deeper and deeper into shit. The film also stars Nicholas Braun from Succession, so it's got an Emmy nominee in here. And Riley Keough has been nominated for a bunch of things. Sadly, Taylor Page has not been. But she's pretty fantastic here. Audio description is really solid. It focuses a lot on the performances, also on the oddities of things, because this film is very much... It feels, I hate to say it, it's like a better version of Spring Breakers. Like, it tries to bring things out that are odd about Florida. Like it's made from the perspective of somebody who thinks everything in Florida is, that Florida man thing, like, what the Florida? All those jokes. I live here, so I can make any of them I want to make. It feels like it's made sort of that way. There is there's a point where they run past, and it makes a passing reference to like all the things they're running past, and they run past a little person in a suit, who I love the description of in a suit too. Like, they had the description, they wanted to make sure that we knew that not only was there a little person just randomly here for the scene, so that he has like a line where he says something like, hey, or chill, or I don't know, something. But it just kind of like, the film is just all over the place with it's I don't know that it's all comedy, but it's all something. It's a very odd mix of every genre. Taylor Page is excellent in the lead role. Riley Keough is excellent as her friend. Coleman Domingo is it's so amazing, you know. I read an interview with him recently because he was talking about the contrasting, because he was Oscar campaigning for his two roles, for both, not just for Rustin, which he got nominated for, but also for his supporting turn in The Color Purple, as Mister. And the you know the dramatic differences in those two characters, from playing an openly gay civil rights icon to being an abusive husband. And he talked about playing butch roles, and how he enjoys the ability to be able to do that and do it convincingly. And yeah, he's incredibly convincing here. Um, and I don't think there's nothing about him that you would read in this role that you'd be like, I don't buy it. I don't buy him as a scary man. Uh, no, no, he's pretty great at it. Um, he's he's a he's a good actor. So don't want to, and he's also great in The Color Purple, in a very very similar role, very I would say adjacent role. But we're here to talk about Zola and his greatness in Zola. And yeah, that is, I'm glad that I've technically seen this film twice. I don't know that I'm going to count this. I'm not going to put this as a second look, because I didn't really fully get the film the first time around, because I didn't have audio description the first time around. So I didn't, if you had asked me before, did you like Zola? I'd be like, no. I mean, maybe I might have, but no. And based on my experience, no. But now I'm a little bit more like, yeah, I liked it. Did I love it? I don't know. Like, I think about something. I'm trying to think about something else that's like wild and crazy, like the stuff that Sean Baker does with Tangerine or Red Rocket, and those are provocative in their own way. And Tangerine, especially, is a film that I actually do love and would totally watch again. And that kind of encompasses a lot of what Zola's trying to do. But there's something about Tangerine that makes me want to see it again that lacks in Zola. It's not that I don't like Zola. It's just that I don't feel the need, after, I guess, watching it once without audio description, watching it once with audio description, to watch it a third time. Like, I feel like I'm tapped out. If somebody else was like, oh man, Zola, do you want to watch that again? I'd be like, not really. I don't know. I feel like I've had my Zola for life. And the rewatchability factor is real. Like, it either needs to hit you really hard, like a ton of bricks, so that the reason why you never want to watch it again is because it was such an emotional experience for you. And just thinking about the film just starts to make you weep. And you're like, I can't do it. I just can't. Or, there has to be some other reason. But for me here, I just feel like it was good. I liked it. But there's an intangible lack of greatness that I can't even put my finger on. In ranking it, like I said, there are films like it that I would rank above it, but there are also films I would rank below it. I hated Spring Breakers. I hated something like that. So this is way above that. It's just below some other things. It's actually not that far from Red Rocket. I don't know how many times I want to see Red Rocket in my lifetime, but and that was a good film. I've seen it once, because the first time I saw it with audio description. I would probably tap out at a second time. I don't know that I need to watch Red Rocket over and over for the rest of my life. So, whereas I think I could watch Tangerine, I don't know that I'm going to watch Tangerine 20 times. It's not one of those, but I could watch it, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 times. So I'm thinking about long-term rewatchability factors, and I'm tapped on Zola. So anyway, watch it for Coleman Domingo. Stay for the future possibilities of the actors known as Taylor Page and Riley Keough, because they're both people I think could get nominations. If Nicholas Braun gets an Oscar nomination for continuing to do the same thing that he does over and over again, I'm gonna lose my mind. He's played the same character and he keeps getting Emmy nominations in succession, and I'm like, that's all he does. That's what he was doing in films before he was on Succession. He's playing virtually the same character in Zola. I don't think he has range. Sorry, Nicholas Braun fans. I'm not a fan. I think he's fine here because he gives exactly what you need for the role, but there's no depth to the role. There's nothing here. So anyway, whenever he decides to stretch himself as an actor and play a totally against type, I'll jump on board. But until that point, I have yet to see anything worth the dramatic weight to make me believe that he has a chance at being an Oscar nominee that wouldn't just piss people off. But Riley Keough, man, watch Daisy Jones and the Six and tell me that girl couldn't possibly be nominated for an Oscar at some point. So yeah, there's a future star here. Anyway, that's it. It's on Tubi, and I don't know from how much longer. That's why I jumped on it at the end. I don't know where it'll float to. Although, At Eternity's Gate has been on Tubi forever. So maybe I'm just going to leave Zola on Tubi forever. I don't know. But they don't have Tubi's audio description list right now. It's pretty atrocious. Generally, they have some things that float in and out that are like, I would say A-list, B-list titles, like theatrical. Almost everything they have right now is a Tubi original slash I don't know, So You Think You Can Dance, and The Masked Dancer, and shows like that. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'm giving Zola a B+. So don't forget to like and subscribe. I like to talk about audio descriptions so that we can try to further the medium. Laura posted a great job here. It's when you go from none to audio description, automatically everything seems better. I was trying to be really objective about the audio description, but I was like, oh my God, I can understand the film. I was just so happy. I was like, oh, it makes so much more sense now. I give context. Oh, so it's a little bit, I know, I didn't really dive into the audio description like I normally do, but man, it's like, it's like the door was open for me, you know? And I just bathed in a light. And it's so nice to watch a film and with that you were not able to understand before, and finally understand what the hell's going on. And it's like, oh, okay. I remember that. No, that makes, okay. That's who that was. Oh, that makes sense. So, thanks. And I have a website, MacTheMovieGuy.com. You can follow me on X Threads or Instagram, MacTheMovieGuy. You can go to the Audio Description Project at abp.acb.org. It'll let you know what is audio description, where you can watch it. And you can go to the adna.org. That's the adna.org. It'll let you know who's narrating your favorite film and television series. That's it for me today. I will watch something else and see you guys on the other side.